Welcome to Keith and the Girl. I'm Keith Malley.
I'm Chemda.
Christi Chiello. Hello, Christi.
Hello. It's so good to see you guys. Thank you for having us.
And Christi brought her good buddy, Hope D. Hope D. Hello, Hope.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me.
No, I think I should have went by Keith M. Being a comic and you try to tell people your name, these introducers, they mess it up all the time. You can't even give credits nowadays. These people only care about themselves. Is that why? Is it a tough last name?
It's a rough last name. It's 10 letters that were just thrown together, which is why my mom gave me Hope, which could not be simpler.
Your mom gave you hope, and that's why you don't need your last name. I see.
Literally.
I was thinking of just going by C, but that is in certain climates that sounds weird.
What is that? Pronounce what's that?
What do you mean in certain climates? It sounds weird.
Social climates. What's up, C?
Okay. I see what you're saying. Because I like C. I feel like C's cool.
Yeah, like there's C low. There's the big C. I don't know, but I guess I don't want to be called the big C. You know, I've struggled forever with nicknames, and Chemda just has to be the nickname that we all wanted without knowing it. That's it.
Same. You can't shorten Hope. You shorten Hope, it gets awkward. It gets
Then you become
offensive.
hopeless.
Right, or Ho.
Or ho.
If I wanted to seem closer to you, Hope, how would I say your last name?
I say Dobrinsky, but it would be pronounced, I believe, Dobrzinski.
You have like a Z and a Y and a B next to each other. I'm going to go with D. I'm going to go with D. I think that brings us closer because it's like a nickname.
A gift for me and for you.
Now, both of you are in some kind of collective I'm seeing here called the LaughtHER Collective. It is amplifying women, and I noticed the E in women is an X, and diversity using tools and techniques of comedy. My first question is, what?
That goes into our pillars, actually.
It was great to see you guys.
Okay, so now is this a new term I have to, which I don't mind, but what is women with an X?
So we've talked about this a lot. It includes anyone, either women or non-binary comedians. And it's just very open, very inclusive. Transgender comedians. We wanted to go with the most inclusive terminology.
You know what this is? I love this because it's new terminology that really is like, we're inclusive and we wanted to add more people. You know, women have like a spectrum, gender has a spectrum, all of this stuff. But what we're really saying is, Keith, not you. Whatever you are, can we just like, if you have something different going on that maybe we're not aware of, you're in. But if you are what we're looking at and like, we can make assumptions if you're allowing us to make assumptions, not you.
Yes, it's the best part because it takes the men out of it and it just says women are better. It says like better and no men.
Yes. That was nicer than just saying no straight men collective. This was the nicer alternative.
You took out the whole word men. I see. That even took me a second. So and then what does this group do? Make sure you get equal pay, this kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, that's one of our goals. Right now, we offer workshops, skill development, community, where we do a ton of workshops. We have accountability programs. We're education-based. So in the new year, we're going to be launching a curriculum. So I've taught stand-up comedy to like women and underrepresented comics for 5 years now. And Hope and I got together to start this organization. And really,
that's so interesting because it's men that need the help. But
which is why we say we're for everyone. Everyone's included. Everyone's welcome. But we're amplifying women and diversity, right? We're putting them in front.
Yeah, you're saying anybody can come in, but we understand that certain people will not ask for help, and that's you, Keith. So you keep not asking for help. This way it becomes personality based. Like, listen, just admit defeat. Admit that the world is coming down on you. Say you're sorry to someone on the way in. Say, you know what? I imagine it's this phrase, because there's got to be a secret phrase to come in. And Keith, we're about to let you in on it. And I'm going to just guess the phrase. Okay. They haven't told me anything. I think it's something like, I'm sorry, do you mind if I just, and then whatever comes after that, you're in. I'm sorry, do you mind if I just, I don't mean to, but can I just?
It's the new safe word. It's a safe word for men everywhere if you don't want to be enslaved in the future.
I'm so sorry. Do you mind if I just, can I just?
Yes.
So check out the LaughtHER Collective. Is that how you spell laughter anyway?
No, we added the H.
Okay, just check.
Because it's her, because we're a female-led organization. And
Gotcha. Yeah.
we are doing a panel event in this year's New York Comedy Festival that we're really excited about. We wanted to talk about that for a sec, if that's okay.
Of course. What do you think you'll talk about?
In the panel?
It's coming up.
Oh, yeah. So we're having...
I mean, it's not my place to say, most people, but yeah, the one coming up.
So we're going to be sharing resources and having a panel and Q&A with...
Oh my God, are you going to show the doc that's like, here's how men are behaving and they're...
Can you imagine? Not at this one, maybe at something in the future, but we have four...
That's the after party.
Really stellar comics joining us. Robbie Hoffman, Jess Tom, Brittany Carney, and Sydney Washington. So we're just really excited to have a Q&A and a bit of a networking event afterwards, just to amplify each other.
And men can watch this, right?
Yeah.
Killer opportunity. Men can watch?
Yes, they can. Right. Yes, they're allowed to watch.
Okay. They're the ones being killed at the end. That's why it's a killer opportunity. One of you will be sacrificed, but if you're real men, you'll take the chance.
Exactly. Exactly.
We'll cry
I like
about
how you think. Kendo, we need to bring you on board to the LaughtHER Collective because you're full of some really good ideas and we could use them in the LaughtHER Collective.
Thank you. That's so nice. I am so happy to shit on Keith on a panel.
The life's tough out there as it is. You had discrimination to it. Come on. It's insane. I know what you're talking about. We did silent trailers the other day.
So fun.
And what a fun game, usually. And this one was a bit, they destroyed me. Hemda describes a trailer. She doesn't know movies. She doesn't know actors or actresses. It's almost debilitating. And so she watches a movie trailer on silent, describes it. Everybody's Tom Cruise, surprise, surprise. And we have to guess what the movie is. And and I was getting crushed. Also, I had a pain in my side that was driving me fucking bonkers that I don't know where it came from. That after silent trailers, I went to the emergency room. And
Are you being serious?
Yeah, they did like 2 a.m. They blood.
You better show receipts because I think you're just sad about losing.
I think I have a $2,000 receipt.
You wish it was $2,000. It was way more tests than $2,000.
I got blood tests. I got piss test. I got EKG test. I got ultrasound test. I got X-ray test. I got CAT scan.
So is it AIDS?
They couldn't find anything.
All from this game?
Yeah, all from this game. I developed all that stuff. I developed something. I don't know what it is yet.
Keith, you're being a jokester.
No, he's being serious, and I felt so bad because I was like, what happened to you? Let's go and chat and talk. And he's like, I'm just going to lay down. I'm like, all right, I guess.
Because I already made it to laying down. It was that kind of pain, like to get into the next move hurts. And I'm like, somebody has to hold the computer and put it next to my face for me to do. So they gave me pain meds. They gave me morphine. They gave me a Percocet. Percocet to go in a patch, but still said, so we can't find anything. Well, don't I need morphine to go? And forever? How is this the end?
You know what
How
it
did
is?
they just tell you that they don't know what it is?
They missed the test. They missed the test. I did run through all your tests. There's the MRI, the CAT scan, the blood work. Did they test you for olds?
They didn't test me for olds. The doctor made up, and I think made up.
You might have olds.
She had no reason for this. Says it's probably shingles.
What?
Like, where did this guess come from?
Isn't that scary?
Never had shingles. There's no spots on my side at all. There's no discoloration at all, which then makes me nervous that it's something inside, but they're saying those organs are fine after these tests. I don't know. We'll see if shingles pops up soon.
Well,
I
Sadia
can't tell if you're being completely serious or if you're exaggerating.
It is a funny joke.
Effect.
It is a funny joke for comedian effect. What was the funniest part so far for comedian effect?
The fact that silent trailers triggered this episode.
Yeah.
That I'm finding a little hard to. I mean, if you have a health problem, I really feel sad about that. But silent trailers, the game caused internal damage to your body. Is that what you're saying?
I get into it
when you play Pictionary.
Oh my God! Don't ask. And then Taboo, but you're not even close. Oh, my heart explodes.
Keith, I felt bad for you. I was gonna say a prayer for you, but now I'm gonna say a prayer against your ass.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. You're still wrong. This did happen.
It did happen, right? I feel like this did happen.
Oh, it did? I thought we were all joking that it didn't happen now.
No, it happened.
I don't know. I'm smelling gallstones personally when you told the story.
They said no gallstones. They said no gallstones. They said no kidney stones.
Keith, what is it like living this life where one of the nicest people that we've ever met, Christi Chiello, It's Christi Bitch, excuse me, is like, bullshit, you're sick. Yeah. I mean, if you're sick, I'll feel bad, but right now I got nothing.
It's the way you set it up, though, Keith. You set it up like it was a funny joke.
Because you know why? That's his face and that's his tone. And here's the thing, and I've mentioned this before recently, but it's so true. Keith lives his life okay because he doesn't hear tone, you know? So people go like, Keith, you're such a nice guy. And he's like, well, all I heard is I'm a nice guy. Yeah. So what's happening is he doesn't understand other people hear tone. And he's like, so I got sick. Can you believe it? And it's like, are those your serious voices?
Thank you.
No,
that's helpful. I completely agree with that.
Right? Keith, where's your bracelet? You got to keep the hospital bracelet on for 24 hours.
I am sorry this happened to you, Keith.
Yeah, I'd show it to you, but we're back to talking about the spectrum. I think we just went full circle.
It hurts to reach over and find the bracelet, but you got to trust me. And then insult to injury. I go here. Okay, here's my insurance card. They go, oh, that's not insurance. That's a scam. And I'm like, oh, okay, good. So fantastic.
What?
No.
Yeah. These apparently it's easy to get scammed with these insurance companies.
Are
you have a scam?
Kidding?
You have a scam insurance company?
You've been paying
into a scam insurance company?
Sure.
That's a thing?
No.
That's a thing. That's
every day I find out something more and more that I hate about people. Squirrels don't have to deal with this shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
And then looking back, if I talk to this company on the phone, they don't use the word insurance necessarily. It's but they'll just say like, yeah, you can go to an ER, you can go to the hospital, you can do everything. And I'm like, oh, okay. And that just means you go there and they bill you, and then you write to us.
You can go.
You want to take care of it, but it's not insurance as you understand it.
You can take an Uber. You can talk to the person there.
Yeah, right.
I mean, you can hang out there. You can go to the food court. I mean, you can have yourself a good time, but we're not going to help you with any of that.
You're allowed to take one lollipop on your way out, but they will bill you at least $20 for that lollipop. It's in the small print. I'm serious. Now, Sadia is saying, did Xerxes have a similar injury recently? And yeah, it sounds very similar. Sadia also says Chemda is the common denominator. Just saying. Thank you for pointing that out. Xerxes says not bad. Not the same. However, just a little different. But they told me, yeah, you're old.
He's got old.
One of the things they asked me, Xerxes is saying, was if it's possible I fell off the bed and don't remember.
Yeah, I got asked that too.
Really?
I got asked that too. Yeah. And sometimes they try to trick you. I guess people lie a lot to doctors, but it'd be like, and you said you fell down again? I'm like, I didn't say that.
You know what? I am the common denominator. Yes, I feel like maybe like we're passing this to each other, because what happened was I told you how Xerxes got injured. We did go to the hospital. They said they can't find it. They did a bunch of tests, gave him the morphine, gave him the painkillers. He's feeling much better now. But because they treated him like that, a week later, when it happened to me in my back, I was like, I'm not going to the doctor, but I couldn't bend until a certain way. And it hurt. I was like, nope, you can't do that. And it was like that for a week. And I'm like, I am not going to the hospital. I am not going to let them talk to me that way. I took a couple of someone's meds and it got a little bit better. I just kind of like, did what they told him to do and just admitted I'm old and shit is going to happen. And then now, Keith, you have it.
And I just got meds from somebody else, by the way. They gave me some Percocets, but I got something stronger. And then I know if I have to see a doctor again, they'll be like, what are you doing? You're taking Oxy over here? What are you doing? I'm like, well, you just stared at me until... So yes, I'm taking whatever I can find.
That's right.
Oh. God. I'm so sorry you have to deal with that, Keith. And I'm sorry that happened. I'm sorry that the healthcare industry is such a that's going to be the LaughtHER Collective's mission now, to amplify women and diversity and take down the fucking healthcare industry.
Yeah, start with that.
And this fraudulent insurance company.
Yeah, Keith,
starting with them.
Did you maybe hear wrong and they said healthcare and you thought healthcare?
They said healthcare, but it was a black gentleman on the phone and I had to assume that was healthcare. Anyways.
It's people's speech impediments.
Right.
You have a Heath bar.
So I bring all this up to ask Christi, when's the last time you cried?
Oh my God, I cry all the time.
Right?
Does it help?
Honestly, yeah.
Okay.
I love crying. I love crying so much.
Yeah.
But I cry when I'm happy. I'm incredibly emotional. I could cry right now. I love crying. It feels like an exorcism from my eyes.
Yes.
I love it, but I do it at least multiple times a week. At least used to be every day. I probably could cry every day. I love this topic.
I think I only cry when something's so stupid, like this, the insurance in the hospital and not getting a fucking answer, and then I'm ready to cry. Then, if a tear falls down, that's stupid that's happening. I'm 48. Then it's gonna be over for everybody.
Oh, so your judgment of your own tears makes you cry more?
Yes.
Wow.
Oh, interesting. Wow. Yeah. It's not enough that you had the one tear. The one tear is now shamed into more tears.
Yes.
Okay. That's nice.
Wow.
That's
deep.
Right?
Yeah.
That's...
I like the description of the exorcism of your eyeballs, That's nice. It maybe like a baptism for your face.
Yeah,
it's like a movie might be able to get me sometimes, but that's fine. But if it's but the real thing is it's like, why is it so hard, this basic stupid shit of health and insurance, and the whole world's dumb and they're all doing it but me.
I believe the word you're looking for is overwhelmed.
Yes.
You can deal with one stack at a time, but when the stack starts stacking, you're like, well, now because for us, it's like one stack could equal a couple tears, and then that stack goes to zero again, But it's like the stack is like, I could deal with a stack, and then it stacks more, and then it stacks more, because you didn't cry in the first stack. Here it comes.
Yeah. And all these overwhelmed tears are bad. Those are dark tears. You want like happy tears or memory tears or, oh my God, I can't believe how beautiful that is. Tears.
Oh, I say have all the tears. When I watch Alone, these people are all by themselves and they have to fish and,
Sorry,
hunt
this is the name of a show, right?
Oh, my fiance loves that show.
Okay. Can we talk? Oh my God.
Yes.
So, yes. So these people are really by themselves and have to rely on berries and like making their own, huts and whatever. And they make incredible cabins and stuff. But by day 30, somebody has a breakdown and you should see me. I am like, and I'm audibly next to Xerxes going, yes, do it. And it's not, you would think I'm just like, you idiot, you're just losing your mind. I'm just like, let it out, sweetheart. Yes, darling. Oh, enjoy yourself. I am loving it. Not as a making fun of, although you can't, because they're like, help me, I can't anymore. And they're talking to no one. They're talking to no one. They're just like, I can't. I thought I could, but I can't. I'm hungry.
It's the best.
I'm losing my mind. I can't do this anymore. And then the next day, like, okay, so I had to cry. And I'm like, yes, you did. Yes, you did. And now you're going to last longer. You're going to be okay now. I feel I'm like in it with them. I'm like, let it loose. And, some of these people are manly men where it's like, you know what they say back, because they get back to like their, not crying selves, and they're like, you know what? Normally I would feel very uncomfortable doing that, but you break out here. You got to see it. I'm still a man. And I'm like, good on you. And teach us a lesson about being what a man is. Yes, in your camouflage. I can't tell the difference between any of you anyway. So good on you. I'm like, who the fuck is Jeff? What the fuck? Jeff is wearing the same fucking outfit as Ron or Jeremy or even Cindy. Yeah. And I have no idea who's who. You're all getting way too skinny. Now, when I start watching Alone, when the season starts, because we're up to like season 6 or 7 now, they show me the new person. I'm like, too skinny, you're out.
Not gonna last.
Gain a lot of weight. Gain like
yes, 30. It's always the really big ones that seem to last the longest.
Because it ends up being a starvation game.
Yes, because exactly.
Oh, it's a numbers game, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a weight. Where's your
I just
weight?
have to close my door, you guys. I'm so sorry. My cat kicked it open. 1 second.
Wow.
No, wait. It's naked different from naked. What is it? A naked and alone. Naked and afraid.
Naked and afraid is alone. They're all alone. And
I'm sorry. I just think it's funny that Christi's preamble was longer than closing the door. Hi, good to have you back.
I was afraid to get up. The whole time because the cat kicked open the door, and then you could hear my washer and dryer. I don't know if you noticed. I felt very distracted.
I'm sorry. I'm
so sorry, you guys. I'm so sorry.
We're distracted by your New York washer dryer. Are you still in New York?
Yeah. Can you fucking handle? Can you even fucking handle? I've never had this in my life. Dave and I got a new apartment. We have a washer and dryer in unit, and I have let it change me. I'm a completely different person.
Is that a butler in your background? Is that who that is?
Yes, this is Antonio. Antonio, look, we have surfboards now. Dave's always had surfboards, but I have 2 bedrooms in my apartment. 2.
Oh my God. What?
And a washer and dryer.
Well,
we got a deal.
You're engaged.
We got a deal though. We are renting this place from somebody who owns it, and he gave us a great price.
You know what? I know,
Christy.
I know New Yorkers, they start feeling guilty, like, oh shit,
I know, but I wouldn't feel guilty though. I don't feel guilty at all.
You did get a deal. I know the deal you got. You're in love. You got one of the few nice men, it sounds like, and that's the deal. Surfboard or not.
Best.
Yeah, he makes you look like you surf. That's cool.
How did he propose, Christi? How long ago was this?
He proposed a year ago, almost exactly a year ago.
Okay.
And he did it in a very Dave way, but we went to Storm King, upstate New York, that like outdoor art installation, like museum. It's like an outdoor art museum. It's awesome though. And we, if you go in the fall, the foliage, it's beautiful. Huge sculptures outside. And
where is that? Upstate or downstate?
Yeah, it's like an hour and a half up. I forget.
Hudson Valley. It's right off the thruway.
I'm just thinking when you start talking about like trees and scenery, I'm like, you guys left, right? Like,
yeah.
That's not here, right? Anyway, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then it was beautiful. It was like this little rock wall by the water. And then he's very, he didn't give this big romantic speech, but I did not see it coming. And he just asked if I want to marry him. And I said, I cried so much. I fell to the ground, started crying. I knew we'd get married, but I did not see it coming. So I was so happy.
Did he get nervous about the tears, or he knew that those were good tears?
Oh, he knew. He knows who he's marrying.
Did he bring a tissue? Because I find that handing someone a tissue while they cry is like, or you know what? Let me just make it about me. When somebody hands me a tissue while I cry, I'm like, okay, we can hang. That's nice.
Yes,
that's nice.
I always have tissues on me. Especially because I have allergies. So he probably knew that I always have tissues on.
I see.
And I stuff my bra with tissues, which he knows about me. It's one of the first things he discovered when he went second base. Was the tissues in my titties.
Sadia saying, congratulations, Christi. Are you going to change your surname? Isn't that interesting?
That is such a good question. Can it's funny because I love his last name. which I probably shouldn't say. I shouldn't put him on blast, but he has a great last name, and I am very seriously thinking about taking it.
Is his last name Bitch?
His last name's Bitch.
Okay.
So
all right.
Christi Bitch. And I mean, that's so on brand. If anything,
I hope
so
it's
on
Christi.
brand.
Christi and Misty.
It'd be funny if Christy can't tell anybody her last name. Like, I don't know if my husband isn't a performer per se. And...
I know. I honestly, I've never really thought about this until this very second. But let me err on the side of caution. Have a conversation with my fiance before I put him on blast. Because he doesn't like the limelight like I do. I assume millions of people are listening live right now.
Sure.
So, once this is leaked, once it's out there,
right?
His life, his world is. He's not going to be able to go to the supermarket without being recognized.
Let me ask your friend Hope. How long? First of all, how long have you known Christy? Hope.
Almost 2 years.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit
Does
longer.
a year seem like a long time that they're not married yet? It's their business, but does it seem like a long time?
I mean, I think it seems like the right amount of time. You really want to get to know someone
after you get engaged.
Yeah, you're like, once the pressure's on, once you start putting titles on things, people change. So I think get in there. It's like an interview. You don't get anything out of that. You got to move in. You got to test everything. Right. How's this work? Twist that. Clamp this.
You say yes. You say yes, and then you think if you want the job.
Exactly, right? Because if it's not a good fit, why? Right. That's a lifetime. That's a long time.
Did we schedule a day, Christy?
It's funny. We're getting to business now. We want a very small wedding, probably immediate family, and we like the fall, so we're going to do it like a year from now.
That's lovely.
Yeah, I can't wait. There's
in
no
a church,
rush.
yes.
Yeah, we have a church that we go to in Astoria. And we want to have a little thing there and then maybe, have like a dinner afterwards, but just immediate family. We do not want to spend a ton of money. I'm not going to wear a white dress. I just want to look cute. And then, we'd much rather travel or something because I really haven't done a lot of traveling. So that's important for both of us to do. But I can't wait. I can't believe I'm going to have a husband.
I know. Isn't that so adult?
It's crazy. It's funny. My wife.
It's funny that people congratulate you for big decisions like that. It's look at you. Are you going to change your name? Congratulations. New name. I love that that's the first question. I'm not judging it, but I am. But also, they're also asking if there was a lot of squeezing?
Squeals?
Oh, squealing. There was both, actually. Squeezing and squealing. Yeah, I was screaming my fucking head off. I was so happy. And
you shut your fucking mouth. So you dumb fuck.
He got a ring, and then this is going to be a downer, but my mom passed away. It was a very awful year last year. So and then he's like, oh, well, I can't propose now, So he held on to it for 6 months. And then proposed to me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and the whole time he had a ring and I had no idea.
Did your mom get to meet him?
Yes, thank God. Twice.
Wow.
2 times, yeah. Thank God. And my mom loves Dave. I mean, he's the best. There's nothing to not love, but
thank God Dave already got the ring, right? Because you don't need that mom's ring or any of that bullshit, So thank goodness. You want something nice.
So he's the best. Yeah. I can't wait to marry him.
I know Kyle wants to have a nice sized wedding. And she was married before. We both were, but she never got to have a wedding. And she misses that. How do I convince her she's wrong?
Oh, you know what? Hope, what do you think?
I'm pretty sure that the more you spend on a wedding, the shorter the relationship is. So that's a numbers game I would share with her.
That's not going to be convincing because she's already sick of Keith. Let's try something else. Let's workshop this.
Fair.
That's what makes me almost want to
thinking.
It makes me almost want to cry when I have to explain stupid shit I can't seem to figure out what to do to Kyle. What happened at the hospital? I don't know, nothing. Let's not talk about it anymore. Okay, but the insurance was fine, right? That's another thing, and I don't know anything. And can we just hang up?
Oh,
that's when I lose my shit. Yeah.
But
that's
you know
so
what, though?
hard.
Why? I'm guessing she's told you, I love Kyle, why it's important to her. It's tricky. It's like there's two of you. So it's like, luckily, we both are, feel similarly about this. We don't feel similarly about everything, but it's like you do want to compromise and work with what your partner wants.
I'm not really against it, but it just seems like unnecessary money. Like, I promise I'll tell everybody you're the one.
Yeah. I get that.
Ryan is saying withdraw in cash the amount in dollars it would take to have that kind of wedding and then light it on fire in front of her. Then
I don't know what kind of wedding what kind of wedding do people have, by the way. At the wedding, we're not just going to burn money, right? We're going to do fun things.
That is a very, very tough one. And I think, Christi, like you said, it's lucky if you're on the same page with that, because you're not going to be on the same page with everything. And this is a tough one because I could see why you would want to have a fun party. There's less and less things to celebrate as adults. Yeah. You have to make them up and then throw yourself the party and then do all the work around it and then somehow enjoy the day. It's like a lot. So I get wanting to do it because the party seems fun, but it's so much money. Right. And how do you DIY it? You can.
Yeah,
because there's definitely some parts that are more expensive, like the dresses and some of the clothes. Like, you don't have to get a crazy cake that's like $8,000 on a cake you're going to eat. Entenmann's is just as good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I would not want Entenmann's at my wedding. I'm gonna be right honest.
That's fair. But I'm just saying, there's somewhere in between that you can find that's reasonable and still fun.
And the
See,
idea
have her talk to Hope. Hope's going to be like, just have some Entenmann's. And then Keith, you swoop in with like a local bakery that would cost $200 and then go, Hope's crazy. But suddenly, the $200 cake is like, oh, $200, which is a lot of money for a cake, but it's not 8,000 like Christi said.
Exactly.
And you work with Hope, throw her under the bus.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah. I just met her, right? Yeah, it's fine.
I'll talk up the apple pies from McDonald's. Come on, 400 of those
Thank you.
for $200. That's a steal. You can take them to go. Already wrapped up. Come on.
I'm seeing here, speaking of scams, a man stole $122 million from Facebook and Google by simply sending random bills that they paid.
Oh, wow.
That is so much money.
How many people got fired? Like, what a job. That means someone's job in Google is to go, bill paid, bill paid, bill paid.
Right.
No one's looking up shit. This sounds legit. I'm sending money to Yahoo.
And obviously these are worldwide companies, but this guy was from Lithuania. Wasn't even from America.
Huh.
Oh my gosh.
Can we see what they sent? Because I bet we can replicate that.
So we just sent a bill and Facebook paid
multiple bills for, it doesn't say exactly what things or services they were claiming, but I've gotten bills before where it doesn't say, and these are legit bills, and it doesn't break it down. You got to call the company.
This is brilliant. They're like the Robin Hoods of the world.
I love
Robin Hood is pushing it, but I would say they did not steal this money. No. They requested it, and the company
sounds like it was donated.
Right. Well, they said, I think you owe me this, and then the company said, looks like we do. That's it.
You can't add that. You can't add items. Maybe that's where you go wrong. Just say, hey, we need this bill paid already. Not even we need the bill paid. Like, here's a reminder that I sent you a bill.
I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this immediately.
Yeah,
I have never gotten a bill and not questioned what that was. There are things I get and I'm like, oh yeah, I did pay for that. Never the opposite.
Same. Right. Well, same. It's like, because we don't have an obscene amount of money. It's like I'm counting every fucking penny in the bank. But people like that, it's like nothing to them.
Like, oh, a quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it sounds like you can just write on an invoice services rendered and go, huh?
That's so smart.
That's brilliant. I should all do that.
I used Facebook and Google, and you kept giving me pop-up ads and all this shit and spying on me. That's a service.
Right.
I rendered it. You rendered it. Somebody rendered it.
That's so true for my data.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Is this person getting in trouble? By the way, B. Jason is going, Chaim, this world's worst liar is going to pull off a scam like this. No problem. Probably not, but it's nice to think of myself in a way and then just like go to sleep.
Night night.
Yeah, that's a good thought. Good night.
A Texas couple is claiming that their house is haunted by erotic ghosts who like to talk dirty.
Ooh,
Good for
sounds-
them.
Yeah, that's a good house to be
love
in.
it. Yeah, horny ghost in the night. Sign me up.
I don't know whether to be them or their neighbors. I'm not sure. Either one. Because I want to listen to whatever they're. What did you say? What? Someone's
Linda
coding
Hill.
in the basement.
I think it's one of the people in the couple and they went too far on their dirty talk and they were like, not me. It's like
Right.
some people want to blame the dog for farting. These guys want to blame like crossing the line on some ghosts. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Erotic
Best
ghosts.
cover-up.
Ooh, I'm erotic.
I'm like, I'm your stepdad. She's like, what? I'm like, was there a ghost in here? Let's ignore that because we're already fucking.
I
But
love it.
Jump in the line. Left the body is fine. Okay.
Right.
It's like, oh, I did it again. Keep playing
Right.
that song.
why is it in my asshole? My body was being controlled. This is a weird house.
Oh no, somebody called somebody else's name. It's like, oh,
Right.
wait, you don't know Cindy and Bob? I mean, why would I just say Cindy? They're right there. They're the ones showing me all the new moves. You were like, where'd you get these moves from? Look at Cindy and Bobby. Why are
Linda
they
Hill
Cindy and
says
Bobby?
Linda Hill says these ghosts are sexual and there's no other way to put it. She said she and her husband started renting out their property several years ago and initially had a hard time believing rumors that it was haunted.
Hey, if they're renting
They would
it
say
out,
it's
a
haunted.
brothel.
Multiple people would say it's haunted. What was that, Hope?
If they're renting it out now, it's a brothel. That's not
Right.
a home.
Well, it's funny you said that. That is until one of the apparent ghosts made a move on her. So multiple people are saying it's haunted, and they're like, we don't really believe in that stuff. So it's not. And they said, well, we have to leave anyway. And they said, okay. Hill said she was taking a shower at the home when she claims that she saw and heard a dark figure on the other side of the curtain say to her, looking good.
What a confidence boost.
Yeah, what a complimentary one.
I would love that. A spooky ghost is telling me I look good.
Right?
Maybe not with
Looking
soap in my eyes,
good.
but
And I
Ghost
eavesdrop on
calling,
everybody.
better cat calling. That's nice. I like that.
She
Just, like,
says she
whisper,
thought
like,
it
beautiful.
Right?
She thought it was her husband at first, but he walked through the door moments later and asked, who were you talking to?
And it was on
her
April
husband-
1st.
Her husband
Right.
would not compliment her. He was like, that's not a character. It
Right.
was Peter Jones. He was like, no, I didn't say that. That wasn't me.
And
God
it was
forbid.
like, oh my God, it really is haunted. Just right there. Not from something coming from the vents or anything.
you know what's weird? These ghosts are into everybody who lives there. You're
Mhm.
all looking good. You move in there, suddenly your skin is shit. You're athletic. You're moving around. Everyone wants to fuck you, or just this ghost. This ghost is attracted. What did he also? Is it a couple? Are they straight?
And
Are
maybe
they?
they died like during sex or something. And that's why they're so horny and erotic. Like,
Well.
what happened to these ghosts that they're trapped there as horny ghosts?
The home was built in 1840s. It's rumored.
You mean
to
it
be
was
a-
erected?
Well,
It
yes,
was
it was erected in the 1840s, and it's rumored to be a formal brothel.
Called it.
Oh, that's
okay,
why.
well, that checks out.
There we go. Okay.
You know how in brothels, while people are showering, somebody comes up and goes, "Looking good."
No, but that makes sense. I think brothels are usually run by madams, and I feel like a madam's got to be nicer than a pimp. So that's why it's like complimentary. Like, look, looking good.
Yes.
That makes more sense.
What if the ghost can't help it? It's like looking good. Shit. Why would I say that? Why did I just say that?
I feel like it's not a bad problem to have. What's the worst that could happen? They tell you look good? Oh, boo-hoo. That sounds
Yeah,
good.
and why are women even caring if they're being catcalled? I would love to hear that I look good. Ghost, construction guy on the street, random person following me at night. I just want to hear that I look good. That's sexy. There's
you-
nothing
you bring-
sexier.
This house is amazing. It's got like probably an incredible kitchen, a bathroom, live-in positive affirmations. That's amazing. Come on. A yard? What else
You're a
do you need?
churchgoer, Christy. Do you believe in ghosts?
I've never had an experience, but I think I do. I want to.
That's a trick question. Of course you believe in ghosts, the Holy Ghost.
I know, the Holy Ghost, and like,
Christy.
yeah, okay, so
All
yes.
of them.
Oh,
All of them.
All the angel. I do believe in angels.
Okay.
What is an angel?
Well, I think an angel can be a lot of different things because I don't really know. But for me, an angel is like a spirit that guides you and protects you.
So is it a dead person or?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think that all angels are dead. Yeah, they're on like the other side. They've like transitioned to the other side.
So are we with the people on the other side?
Oh,
Are they actually right here? Or are they in our hearts and we can sort of like conjure them up with what we know about them?
oh my God. Honestly, I might get emotional if we talk about this too much because I'm in
'Cause of
a
your mom?
very weird state about it. Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't know if I should say too much, but I hope that they're, all around us. I hope.
Right.
That's what I'm kind of telling myself right now.
Do you talk to your mom still?
It's funny. It's something I'm like working on with my priest because I would have thought I had kind of like a crisis of faith when my mom passed away, you could say. So instead of like my whole life, I thought that I would kind of be really close to her because I pray every day of my life. But that's been more challenging now since my mom has died for me. So it's kind of,
To
so it's
pray?
like, yeah. But to pray to my mom, like to use that channel to talk to my mom is very
I see.
hard.
Is it because it's kind of like admitting you have to use that channel now?
Yes, I think so. I think
I
that's
get
like
that.
definitely a part of it.
Yeah. Well, ease into
It's
it,
fucking crazy. I mean,
I-
yeah. Hope and I have really bonded over this because not to out
But she's a
Hope with
ghost.
this, but Hope is a ghost. And so when we first started,
Very sexy. Not the cross
you both look. Everyone looks beautiful.
Oh shit, you are a ghost. Holy shit.
I'm getting naked.
People that see ghosts seem to be, they're very calm about it though. Like I'm telling you, if there's a ghost, I'm convinced a ghost said looking good. I think we got to take a couple weeks off the show. I got to read a couple books. This is life changing. I remember talking to somebody and she goes, yeah, my parents' house, there's a room that's haunted. I'm like, oh, okay. And then a circular saw went on by itself. It wasn't even plugged in. And then it turned off. And I'm like, okay, this is pillow talk that we happen to be having. So you have my attention. And it's kind of, I'm making myself believe it so I get more out of her, but I'm surprised how calm she is. Then she could tell that I think it's bullshit. We were dating. And then she brought up, and then I would bring it up again, and she'd be like, it's more just a joke though, this ghost in the house. And I'm like, oh, so it didn't happen at all. We just talked about it for half an hour for no reason. And she goes, no, it happened, but it's more like a joke. And I'm like, what? So I don't think you're crazy. It's a joke. Because did it happen or not happen? And you're saying it happened, but you joke about it. I don't know. It would change my life if I believed in a ghost, I think.
I know. What's strange is that like it doesn't scare me though. Like I'm not scared by it at all. And I have this weird feeling like,
but nobody said looking good. No ghost said that to you.
But even if they did, I feel like if there was a ghost, I wouldn't be that afraid of it because I would just be nice to it.
You could
and
tell.
I think the ghost would like me. I really genuinely think that the ghost would want to be my friend. And then I would just talk to the ghost. Like, I don't think the ghost is good. I believe it's my toxic trait that I could change ghosts. Right. And I think that if a ghost
because they're usually demons,
me,
by the way, but yeah.
I would change him or her.
Christy's ghost is Casper or Casperina, depending on the gender of the ghost.
Exactly.
Another ghost said, oh baby, yeah.
This is Ghosts. Step it up. Read a book. Jesus.
Oh baby, yeah. You like that? Oh yeah, baby.
Another
right
said,
there.
Another said, yeah, I like it like that.
Wait, so it's not about. Wait, so now you're just eavesdropping.
So are the ghosts just having sex with each other?
Or they're watching and being like, that's something I would enjoy myself.
Ooh.
Huh.
That's interesting. Because I thought it was just compliments. But if they're having, we're just, because then we become the perverts for listening to these ghosts having sex.
Right. Are they maybe just confused, the people who live there, because they just bought a Casper mattress and then saw a movie? I don't know. Thanks to Jason.
Oh my God, what a twist. 1 in 1 million Casper mattresses has sexy ghosts in it.
And now everyone wants it like it's the Willy Wonka chocolate. I hope mine's the ghost one. I could use an affirmation.
The home is one of several in the area that the couple say they bought several years ago to rent out.
Several.
This particular home is the only one of their properties that couldn't keep the same tenant for longer than 6 months at a time.
I think you have mold, but okay.
She claims they started asking questions after 10 tenants moved out in less than 2 years, and one of them finally said the home was haunted.
That's so, the Salem witch trials, though, that was all, the wheat went bad. Everyone was just hallucinating. There were no witches. People were just tripping balls on mold. So I bet you it is mold.
I did not know that at all.
I'm a genius, and that's why I do look like a witch.
The couple say they
We're just moldy, that's all. That's what's actually in our stew. That's why it's green. Smell that soup, my love. Have a cup of tea.
Wow. I'd rather have a horny ghost.
Hocus pocus.
Yeah, this is
You
too
sound
much.
good as hell, Henda.
Happy Halloween, my love.
And the fourth Sanderson sister. Okay.
Okay.
The couple say they eventually gave up renting the home to live in tenants and now save it for those who want to investigate paranormal activity and be told that they fuck nice.
Okay. What a promotion.
Yeah, right.
All they're doing is twisting this mold situation into a fake ayahuasca ceremony. You know, like there's a lot of like upstanding citizens going to the ceremony to find themselves. You know, this could be it.
They turned it into like a weird couples retreat. They're like, having trouble in your marriage? Come to our home and swing where you feel comfortable.
Hey, you can swing without cheating on your partner. Come find out how.
Honestly,
and it's COVID friendly.
COVID friendly.
Right. Are they wearing masks? Maybe. But they're safe.
All the ghosts are wearing masks. They've been vaccinated.
They're the GN95s. Get it?
That's right.
Yes.
I have another. Here's a story for you. You tell me how you feel. I'm going to assume if you guys talk about women with an X that you won't be pleased, but let's see what you think. A Utah woman was ordered to hand over intimate photos of herself to her ex-husband from a judge, provided that the pictures were censored. Lindsay Marsh filed for divorce from her husband, Christopher, after 25 years of marriage. And while the ex-couple figured out how to split most of their assets, one point of contention has been whether the ex-husband is entitled to an album of boudoir photos, nude, some of which contained inscriptions.
You bitch in a bad way. Oh, my God.
That were given, of course, earlier in the marriage. A county judge ordered that Christopher can have the photos, but with a few stipulations. Photos must be given back to the original photographer so that they can censor the photos in a way that keeps the inscription visible. So it'd be like, oh, I love you, naked tits. I want to keep that. What I'm allowed to do, how about I just keep it? I don't get it. But anyway, maybe she had them and he wants them. Well, she has to cover the tits up and give it back to him anyway.
I bet you that judge was a man.
Yeah.
Yes. Michael Edwards.
No fucking
yes,
way that judge was a woman.
Yeah.
That's so fucked. That's fucked. Fuck him. Fuck that judge.
Yeah.
What is this? What kind of weird?
Utah,
what?
Right? Are we at shocked?
Yeah. It's like, this is, it makes it sick.
If I Imagine I broke up with somebody and then said, hey, also I left a lovely card that you had at your place. I'd like to still have that. It's fun to read. Can you fucking imagine? We're going with pictures now? Nude pictures?
Like they're not like pictures of like a family trip. It's naked, intimate photos.
Right. He was like, I don't want those. I don't want the pictures of our kids. I don't want the family. I want the thing that Valentine's Day. I want that one.
The court orders that the parties are to turn these photos over to the person who took the pictures originally and produced the photo books. By the way, that doesn't happen for free, but okay.
But
that
also, if I'm the original photographer, how do I get rid of you in my life? Fuck.
Right.
What is this question about the photos that I took? I would okay. If now this is a different version of me, but let's say we had a different version of me. Yeah. Send the photos. And I would be that Solomon kind of judge. I ripped it up. Who's more upset?
That person is then to do whatever it takes to modify the pages of the pictures so that any photographs of the petitioner in lingerie or that sort of thing, or even without clothing, are obscured or taken out, but the words are maintained for the memory's sake. So you telling me how hot you were for me, that needs to be maintained. It's just words.
This is insane.
You know, this is so interesting because here's somebody just wanting to have the words that are nice, and we're like, this is insane. The story right before was Ghost saying the same thing, and we're like, oh, that's fun. Let's do like a whole thing on it. Now
we love it.
Like, why do you need so much? Ew.
That wasn't in Utah. Those ghosts weren't in Utah.
Right.
So the husband, the ex-husband, said they were notes written at a time when Lindsay meant what she wrote. They were loving moments.
Suck my ass.
Yeah.
That is such a shit fucking
I hope she
sentence.
makes a new book that says that. Suck my ass. And like here's like an old saggy titty.
What a dork.
Back when she really said things that she meant, now she just talks.
She meant it. This is my dad. He's like, I'm like, I said, hey dad, I catfished you and pretended my ex and pretended my ex was writing you when you hit on her behind my back. Go fuck yourself. Love, Keith. If you really do love me, like that. What the fuck?
Oh my god!
It was a trick.
How you just drop that? Like that is.
Yeah.
I would. If you
our heads are spinning.
Like, wow.
It's like that, right, folks?
So 3 things just happened, right? 1, we found out that ghosts were they're sexy ghosts.
Horny.
Yeah. Okay. 2, somebody wants old pictures, even with a divorce. And 3, Keith catfished his dad, pretending that he was the ex, and people are hitting on each other, fake, blah blah blah. Now, if we said we're playing 2 lies and a truth,
right?
Keith, your life is crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
Once Lindsay Marsh approached the original photographer, a close friend who ran a boudoir photography business, the friend initially declined to edit the photos, saying, "Oh, what the fuck, huh? What?" According to this article, Lindsay Marsh told the newspaper that her friend argued that it could be damaging to her business. The judge then ordered for a third party, a man that Lindsay didn't know, to edit the photos. The judge ordered me to give nude photos of my body to a third party that I don't know without my consent. That's when the original photographer agreed to change the photos because it's so fucking nuts.
Everything about this is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also,
what
ex-husband wants nude photos of their ex-wife? Like,
right.
What are you going to look at that for? It's weirdo.
Yeah, and then guys are so afraid to get canceled. I bet this judge still has a job.
100%. He'll be on the Supreme Court in 11 years.
Lindsay Marsh was ordered to keep the original photos for 90 days in case the ex-husband has any objections to the alterations.
What objections?
Well, you don't got to do that. Just do the nip. You don't got to do the whole fucking thing.
Her nips aren't that big. They're also not a shape of a bar. Can we fix this?
Right.
Okay, this judge needs to take one of our workshops because at the LaughtHER Collective,
right.
You know what he's not doing? Amplifying women.
amplifying women and diversity.
He's actually turning the volume down.
Way down on women.
She told this newspaper that she plans to have a burning party as soon as she can destroy the photos.
Good, I'll be there.
100%.
I hope the burning
I'll light
party
one on
is
fire.
burning down his house.
Hell yeah. And then he becomes a ghost.
Yeah.
Look at that's
Can I
funny.
just wish him death? I'm so sorry. I did not mean to wish death on anyone today. Didn't wake up thinking that was going to happen.
That's the life we
And
live.
here we are.
It's
Well,
only
I mean,
Monday.
If there are ghosts and there are sexy ghosts, maybe you're wishing nice things. You just didn't know that you can wish a nice ghost death to people.
You're right.
You know?
When life gives you lemons.
Right. Ghost them.
I see here that on the 405, the freeway in LA, hate groups are putting signs that you can read as you're passing by this popular area. Honk if you know that Kanye was right about the Jews. And then a couple links to Bible quotes that probably a little anti-Jewish.
The real problem here is because Hallmark never offers them greeting cards.
There
That's
should
what I think it is.
there should at least be a "you were right" about that, no matter what. When you fill it in.
Believable. And Adidas, I mean, I'm just waiting for them to do something because Kanye is talking about, oh, I can say anti-Semitic things and Adidas won't drop me. And Adidas has yet to drop him as somebody that designs for them. I'm not sure what their collaboration is, but I think it's fucking sick. And I loved Adidas. I mean, I loved Kanye too before he went fucking nutso. But yeah, so everyone, yeah. Adidas sucks. It's trash now. If they're supporting Kanye, they're trash.
Mm-hmm.
Even Chase Bank said, this is true, and I love money, so I can relate to you, Christy. Said that you can't bank with us anymore. Now, I don't know what that means. The money will be out on November 1st. The money will be outside the bank at 5 p.m. I don't know.
Throwing it out the window. Get out.
Right.
Here, you have the sweatshirt too. Yay.
But
I love it too because all those churches have like "yea shall be judged," and now I read it like "yay" and not "ye."
Right.
I think they're talking about Kanye. Everything goes back to Kanye.
He's a sick guy. He is a sick
He's lost it a bit.
man.
But we've talked about all these bad things. But if you live in New York, I feel like you should know this. An off-duty New York cop was mugged at gunpoint in the Bronx early Sunday. The crooks made off with his wallet and badge. 4 men, one of them, but there are 4 men. One pulled a gun out on this 36-year-old cop. Let's see.
So
and the
close to
cop was with,
retirement.
what's that?
So close to retirement.
The cop was with his pal also. So it's extra humiliating. And I know that because I was robbed at gunpoint. 2 guys, 2 guns, and still I can't help but look back and be like, I could have double punched the guns and then double uppercut to people. I really played that wrong. You feel like a bitch, no matter the situation. But now picture you're a cop. Oh, that's going to be taken out on somebody.
See, and I'm sure you're right, but like I see it as a hey, if you're being robbed, this is the example of what to do. You give them your shit and then you move on with your full life. Like I get that it comes with all of those emotions, but I'm really glad that it just happened and everyone got to walk away because at
all
the
of a
end
sudden
of the day,
having a
it's
friend
wallet.
having a friend that's a cop isn't so fucking cool.
There's nothing you can do though. I think it shows there's nothing you can do. Even if he had his gun on him, you can't pull a gun on someone who already has a gun pulled on you.
I agree. I think, I would agree with that.
But still, when the cop's watching movies and, Steven Seagal beats up 10 people that were harassing him, he's like, a fake. That can't happen. Never do that. Never encourage. Everybody knows that, right? We all agree, right? Okay, good.
Yeah,
right.
no
And then, there's people watching like rom-coms going, no, that's fake. It does not take just one fucking scenario for this dude to turn his life around. I love this montage, but this montage would take 15 years. So that's fake too. And we just have to be patient.
Amen.
Talk about it.
He finally went to work on time, got a very important meeting somehow, nailed it, and then killed it everywhere. He can now afford the baby he impregnated me with. He can now share his feelings freely and openly, vulnerably. He could now say hello to my mother without being a fucking asshole. It's amazing. And all with this one Mariah Carey song. Woohoo!
Yeah, and we never see him go to the bathroom once. This whole time, going through this whole thing. When do you relieve yourself?
There's never pee on the seat.
Once the crooks pulled a gun and demanded the victim's property, his wallet, his shield, then the men said, oh, you know what? I'll take your credit cards. I'll take your watch. I'll take your bracelet. I'll take your cell phone. I didn't know you were going to give me your badge. And it's like, fuck. I'll take your socks. You gave me your badge? I'll take everything. And then they jumped into a 2016 Mercedes-Benz with Pennsylvania plates.
Oh
so you assume that probably wasn't theirs, yeah.
I mean, I don't want anyone to get robbed, but I really love these stories that make cops sound stupid. Like where it's like, oh, damn it, I knew I should have held my badge with me. I should have just given it off. Like,
I should just give them the money, give them the cards.
Just hand it over.
Yeah, and I thought you set this up like this was a happy story.
I know. What I'm saying is I understand why you would hear that because of the words I said. But what I meant was we talked about all these scams and all these bad things happening. If you're living in New York, don't be pulling this for a good week or two because there's a cop out there that's fucked up in the head right now.
We're on the same page.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Also, fun to Keith is different than other people, and that's okay.
That's true too.
Don't yuck yums, we learned. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Now people want to know what's going on here, Christy. People want to know what's going on here, Hope, and we're telling them. Get the wax out of your ears, people. We're telling you, it's the LaughtHER Collective. Wake up.
Wake up.
TLC.
What was that, Hope?
TLC. Wake up.
Yes. Tender loving care. The Limousine Commission. Something like
channel.
This. The Learning Channel, people.
T-Boz's Left Eye and Chili.
Right. Now what day again is this panel, Christy? Remind me.
November the 13th. It's a Sunday at 3 p.m. at the Stand.
Okay. All right. And is it going to be all lecture or will it be a couple laughs too?
Oh, we're going to be laughing.
Keith, there's going to be a collective of laughter.
There'll be chuckles. There'll be giggles. There'll be titters.
Okay.
It's going to be
so
great.
much.
I'm so excited. Come. If you're listening, please come and support.
It's going to be informative,
it's gonna be awesome.
informing, comforting.
Like a warm blanket.
It is a really genuinely incredible lineup. And I mean, and it starts with the two of you, which is unbelievable. You got just a sample of the LaughtHER Collective here. Your website is really, really great. I love how I can just find the info. Now, I know that seems weird to say, but you go on websites and you're like, what do you even do? And it has it's just straight, beautiful information. I love that you are raising up women and giving us the opportunity.
I do too.
Look how he interrupts me. Help me. Help.
Can you mansplain how much you love this, please?
All the things come to said. In fact, if I don't have shingles, I'll be there.
You guys are the best. You're the best. Thank you for saying that, Chemda. And Keith, you're the best. And we know that you're forever a friend to TLC.
Oh, it's so good to
Great
see
first
you.
impression.
Oh, yay. All right. I should leave now. Okay, bye.
Get out while you still can.
That's it. Thank you very much, both of you.
Thank you guys for having us.
Thank you so much.